Look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you right now because this literally changed everything for me. 2 months ago, I thought I was gonna die young. Not kidding. I'm 34 and I felt like garbage every single day. My dad had his first heart attack at 42, my grandfather didn't make it to 60, and I'm sitting there calculating how many good years I've got left. It's terrifying when you start doing that math, you know? But then something weird happened. My neighbor Mrs. Chen, she's 87 and this woman literally runs circles around me. I'm talking she gardens for hours, walks to the grocery store every day, still drives at night, and her mind is sharp as a tack. Meanwhile, I'm huffing and puffing, walking up 2 flights of stairs to my apartment. So one day I just asked her straight up, what the hell are you doing that I'm not? And here's what she told me that honestly made me feel like an idiot. She said her grandfather lived to be 103 in rural Japan, and there was this doctor there, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, who became the oldest practicing physician in the world. This guy worked until he was over 100 years old, and he had these super simple rules that everyone in their village followed. Mrs. Chen's been doing the same things her whole life. Now I've tried everything, okay? I've done keto, I've done intermittent fasting, I bought those stupid expensive supplements that taste like chalk, I've joined gyms I never used, I've read every health book that promises to unlock the secret to living forever, and you know what? Most of it's complete garbage designed to make someone else rich while you stay sick and confused. But this thing Mrs. Chen told me, it's so ridiculously simple that I almost didn't believe it. Dr. Hinohara used to tell his patients that if you just eat 3 specific things every single day, your body will naturally start repairing itself, and you'll add decades to your life. Not years, decades. And the crazy part is, these aren't exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. You can get all 3 at any regular grocery store for maybe $5 total. Here's what really got my attention though. Mrs. Chen showed me pictures of her family back in Japan. Her great-aunt lived to 98. Her uncle made it to 95. Even her great-grandmother, who smoked cigarettes for 40 years, still lived to 89. And they all ate the same 3 things every day without fail. So I'm thinking, what do I have to lose? I'm already feeling terrible, I'm already convinced I'm gonna die young. Might as well try something that actually has some real-world proof behind it. And honestly, the first thing on the list made me laugh because it's something I used to hate as a kid, but now I actually crave it. It's fermented soybeans. I know, sounds disgusting, but hear me out. Dr. Hinohara discovered that people who ate fermented soybeans every morning had incredibly low rates of heart disease, their cholesterol levels were perfect, and their digestive systems worked like clockwork. The fermentation process creates these specific enzymes that literally clean out your arteries while you sleep. Mrs. Chen eats about 2 tablespoons every morning with her rice, and she says it's like having a maintenance crew working on your heart 24/7. The second thing is gonna surprise you because everyone thinks it's bad for you. Miso soup. Real miso soup. Not the packet stuff from restaurants. Dr. Hinohara said the good bacteria in authentic miso acts like armor for your immune system. People in his village almost never got sick, and when they did, they recovered crazy fast. Mrs. Chen makes a big batch every Sunday, and has a small bowl with lunch every day. She hasn't been to the doctor for anything other than routine checkups in over 15 years. But the third thing, this is where it gets interesting, seaweed, specifically wakame seaweed. Dr. Hinohara found that people who ate seaweed daily had the lowest rates of cancer in the entire country. Something about the iodine and minerals literally starving cancer cells before they can grow. Plus, it keeps your thyroid working perfectly, which controls your metabolism, your energy, everything. Now here's where I was skeptical. This sounds too simple, right? Like, how can 3 weird foods that cost almost nothing do what thousands of dollars of supplements and treatments can't do? But then, Mrs. Chen told me something that made it click. She said Western medicine tries to fix problems after they happen, but Dr. Hinohara taught prevention. These foods don't just treat symptoms, they prevent the problems from ever starting. So I decided to try it for 30 days. Worst case scenario, I waste $5 a day on food I don't like. Best case, maybe I don't die at 45 like I'm expecting. And I'm not gonna lie, the first week was rough. Fermented soybeans are an acquired taste, miso soup for lunch felt weird, and seaweed reminded me of eating the ocean. But something strange started happening around day 10. I woke up without an alarm. I haven't done that in probably 5 years. My energy was steady all day instead of crashing at 2 p.m. like usual. My digestion, which has been a disaster since college, suddenly started working normally. By week 3, people started asking if I lost weight. I hadn't, but my face wasn't puffy anymore and my clothes fit better. But the real test came at week 4 when I got my blood work done. My doctor called me personally, which never happens. My cholesterol dropped 30 points. My blood pressure went from borderline high to perfect, and my inflammation markers were the lowest they'd been since I started getting tested. He asked what I was doing differently, and when I told him, he just laughed and said Eastern medicine has been ahead of us for centuries. Here's the thing though, and I want to be totally honest about this, it's not magic. You can't eat garbage all day and expect 3 servings of Japanese food to fix everything. Mrs. Chen doesn't eat processed junk, she walks everywhere, she gets good sleep, and she manages stress better than anyone I know, but she swears these 3 foods are the foundation that makes everything else work. And look, I get it if you're thinking this sounds too good to be true. I thought the same thing. But Dr. Hinohara lived to be 105 years old. He was seeing patients until he was over 100, and entire generations of Japanese people have been proving this works for decades. The research is there, the real-world results are undeniable, and honestly, what's the worst that could happen? You eat some healthy food for a month? The only problem I've found is getting the real stuff. Most grocery stores sell fake versions that don't have the same benefits. You need actual fermented soybeans, authentic miso paste, and real wakame seaweed, not the processed versions. It took me 3 tries to find a store that carried the good stuff, but once I did, everything changed. I'm 2 months in now and I feel like a completely different person. My energy is consistent, my mood is better, I'm sleeping through the night, and for the first time in years, I'm actually optimistic about getting older instead of terrified. Mrs. Chen just smiles and says I'm finally taking care of my future self instead of just surviving today. So if you're sitting there feeling like your body is falling apart, if you're scared about your family history, if you're tired of expensive solutions that don't work, maybe try what's been working for over a century. 3 simple foods every single day and the patience to let your body remember how to heal itself. Because honestly, what else are you going to do?